incredible.
YouTube, what's up? What's cracking? It's Big J Black back again, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, what's good? I missed y'all. Y'all read the title. Today, I want to talk to you about why I think The Batman, the 2022 Matt Reeves film, is going to be fantastic, and why it has the potential to be the best Batman movie of all time. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for future superhero-related content. Let's get into it. So like I said, y'all, this film's potential is absurd, literally. I say that because there's not one thing that I've seen from this movie that I don't like, that isn't a nitpick. And I'll get into my nitpicks later. Everything that's actually important to the overall film looks great. First of all, I love this approach this movie's taking. I love this cinematic, dirty, grimy Gotham City that they've created here. Off the rip, it feels much more comic accurate compared to previous Batman films, and that alone gives me an idea of the attention to detail and the creativity the filmmakers are applying to the movie. That's a really good sign. I think we'll see its impressiveness in full display when we're actually able to watch the film in its entirety. Matt Reeves is already such a talented and dynamic director, so I mean that's half the battle right there, bro. I have no doubt that he'll bring his A game here because I know how passionate he is about this project. These trailers have only been confirming that for me. And like, bro, some of these shots are absolutely insane. Pattinson looks sensational as Batman. I love what I'm seeing from him. I'm sure I'm not the only one who was skeptical, to say the least, when he was cast as Batman, but pretty much all of that is gone after seeing him in action. Both as Bruce Wayne and in costume as Batman, he looks incredible. I'm a really big fan of this Batsuit too. It's original enough that it's doing its own thing, but it isn't going for anything crazy or outlandish. I can appreciate that 100%. It fits in perfectly with this retro Gotham that they've crafted. I also think Pattinson will be portraying a very different Bruce Wayne than we're used to seeing on screen. So I'm very interested to see what they do with this character. Zoe Kravitz. Let's talk about Zoe Kravitz. She looks fucking stunning as Catwoman. I'm sorry. Chef's kiss. In trailer 2, we get a couple scenes of her interacting with Batman, and I love the few glimpses that we do get. It's nothing crazy, but at least we see them on screen together, which, let me just say, they look perfect next to each other. Something about it is just so fitting. I can't really speak on their chemistry until we see more of them together, so probably when the movie comes out, but I love the dynamic that they're going for. No doubt, Selina will be a pain in Batman's ass on a surface level, if nothing else, so that'll be great to see. And now that I'm thinking about it, we've never really gotten a great Batman Catwoman chase scene in live action, so this is the perfect opportunity. I'm just saying. Let me give y'all a glimpse of what that could look like. Yeah, like imagine that shit, bro. But beyond that, I'm sure Selina will have a sizable impact on the film altogether, so we'll just have to wait and see. Zoe, if you're watching this, I love you. Let's move on. The villains look great. Riddler looks absolutely menacing and diabolical, which, given how very little we've actually seen of him, speaks volumes. Riddler has always been a Batman villain that I've respected, and I know if portrayed in a mature, clever way, he can not only be a great foil for Batman, but a giant pain in his ass as well. He's one of the few villains who can really put Batman in a fucked up situation if he catches him off his A game. I'll love to see that shit. Penguin looks great as well, and I also love the approach they're taking for him. Just due to the nature of his comic character, he has the potential to come off as very goofy and comical, which a lot of the times is the case. But luckily, that isn't the vibe I've gotten from these trailers. It feels a lot more along the lines of Arkham, or the animated series, which is perfect. The way Batman pulls up on his ass in the club, I can only assume that Penguin will be the shady businessman during the day, ruthless mob boss at night type thing. And I think that's exactly what he should be. He's also clearly going to be a source of humor and comic relief as well, which I'm completely fine with. So overall, y'all, everything I've seen from the Penguin, I'm liking. I can't wait to actually see it in the movie. Okay, now let me go ahead and get my little fanboy nitpicks out the way. I promise you this shit I'm about to complain about isn't anything that really matters, but it's worth mentioning to me. So first of all, like I said, Pattinson, Matt Reeves, they're clearly going for a different take on Bruce Wayne, which is completely fine. Now, what I do appreciate about this is it seems like he'll be much more of like a social outcast kind of thing. Kind of like the way Batfleck was, but less so because he's old as hell and more so just, he's not in touch with society like that. Like if I was a billionaire, that's exactly how I would be. Fuck y'all. So that's fine. What I don't like, and this is completely purely aesthetic, I just don't like the guy, like eye makeup. And I know Batman always wears eye makeup, but I'm saying just like the eye makeup, fucking spiky hair, emo shit. I don't know. I'm probably putting extras on it. Just at first glance, that's just not Bruce Wayne Batman to me. You get what I'm saying? But in the context of the movie, I'll just wait and see how I feel about it. But I did want to mention that. Okay, y'all. Last nitpick. There's a scene in trailer 2 when Batman is getting lit the fuck up by a few niggas who have guns. It's probably like 2 or 3 goons who are shooting at him. Now, Batman completely directly walks straight into the line of fire with his completely bulletproof batsuit and then ends up taking all the goons out. Now, here's my issue with that. And like I said, y'all, completely nitpick. For me, Batman should not have a full-blown bulletproof suit of armor like that. You know what I mean? That's just in my opinion. Like, a lot of the appeal for Batman for me is the fact that he's just a man in a suit, bro. He's a nigga in a costume who got up one day and said, fuck crime. You feel me? He's flesh and blood like me and you. And just the same way that I can get shot and killed, nigga, a nigga can catch Batman slipping and get his ass on one bad day. So it just kind of takes the weight out of all of that when you put him in a completely bulletproof batsuit. Like, I can deal with certain parts of the suit being completely bulletproof. Like, that makes sense. But for him to be able to just take automatic AK fire like that, whatever. For me to watch that, it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I don't have to worry about Batman being shot in this movie. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of takes away from him just a little bit. But like I said, definitely a nitpick. Everything else that actually matters to the movie looks fantastic. I have no complaints. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. I get the impression that Matt Reeves has really done his homework and taken inspiration from the best Batman media in preparation for this film. The aesthetic, the tone, the setting, the approach, I love all of it. If the writing, plot, etc., is also on the same level of quality, we'll not only have one of the best Batman movies ever on our hands, but one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. This can end up being very, very special, so we'll see how this video ages, y'all. I hope I'll be able to come back when the movie comes out and tell y'all how right I was. We'll see. But yeah, I think my work here is done for now. I've done enough talking. I want to hear from y'all now. Are you guys excited for this movie? Do you guys agree in me saying that I think it could be the best Batman movie ever? What do you like most that you've seen from the trailers? And what are you most excited to see in the movie itself? If I had to answer that question, I'd definitely say 3 things. I'm excited to see how Pattinson really portrays Batman, for real. I'm excited to see Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman, and I want to see all the mayhem that Riddler is causing in this movie. So those would be the things that I look out for, but you guys let me know down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All right, y'all. RIP Hustle, RIP Kobe. Big J Black. Talk to y'all soon.